Hey friends, my name is Denise Karras and I'm a branding photographer based out of Arizona. I wanted to create this 5-part video series to give you information that you can use when planning your own branding session. And this is information that can be used across the board. So you can be in a different state using a different photographer. All of this stuff will still apply. The first installment, we talked about why you like the photos that you like discovering why you're drawn to a certain style of photos, what to look for, so that when it comes time to plan your photographs, your branding shoot, you'll know what you like and what you don't like. So check that one out. And then in this one, I wanted to talk about something that I hear a lot when people talk about photographers. So often on Facebook or on Instagram, if I see somebody who got photos back that they don't like, it was usually because of either like bad lighting or, it wasn't a very pretty location choice. And the person depended on the photographer to elevate those things. And I hear so often people say the following. They say a good photographer should be able to take anything and make it look amazing. And that is something that it's not that I disagree with it, which I kind of do. I do disagree with it. But it's that by putting more work on the photographer, you're taking away the photographer's ability to create something that would have been so much better, because they're trying to heave and pull up the side that has fallen, that they're not usually used to making up for a poor wardrobe, or making up for a dress that doesn't fit, or making up for the fact that they're trying to shoot after the sun goes down when all their good light is gone. So I wanted to take today to kind of talk about the elements of a good shoot. So often those people who say, a good photographer can make anything look good, it's because they've seen something like this, where the photographer is thrown into a muddy situation and they come out with this epic shot. And I get that shots like this exist, but that one shot was probably, they got one. You don't want your photographer to have to jump through a million hoops to get a good shot. You want to set them up to get good shots so that they can give you a lot and create variety for you and be creative for you, because of all of their creative muscle is wrapped up in picking up all these other pieces that, should have been picked up to begin with, then they're not going to be able to work at their full capacity. So I wanted to kind of feature a shoot today from a client of mine. Her name is Shital, and she is on Instagram at Respect Your Gut. She's a nutritionist. She talks about health and wellness, and she had been interested in this branding marathon that I did in February at a studio in Tempe. And I offered mini sessions. They were only 30 minutes long, and so they were discounted. They were, I think, 30 images. So they were tiny packaged sessions that I was going to be doing back to back to back. And she called me and she asked if there was a kitchen there. And I let her know that there was not a kitchen, but there was a table that we could kind of fake out to look like kitchen-esque. And she decided that she would rather find a beautiful kitchen and pay more and invest, I think she ended up investing probably about 6 times what she would have if she had gone with this shoot. So she decided that it was very important to her to have a kitchen and to have a full shoot, not a mini shoot or a shoot, that was back to back with other people. She wanted a dedicated shoot just for her. And she went the extra mile in every area. And it made me think of, there was this one time that I was still working my office job, and the person who sat next to me started talking to me about health and wellness and fitness. And he gave me the best advice on weight loss that I had ever gotten. He said, weight loss isn't one big thing. You know, we're always looking for that big game changer, but weight loss is 1,000,000 or 1,000 tiny decisions, and they all count equally. And it blew my mind. It was such great advice, because we're like, get a good photographer and everything else is, and that's not the case. Or, you know, we're always looking for one big game changer, and it's never just one, it's a bunch of tiny things. And I had that same thought when I went to the movie theaters a couple months ago and I saw Emma. I don't know if you saw Emma, but the new Emma is stunning. And I sat there and I remember thinking, what is it that makes this so good? Is it the cinematography and the angles? Is it, you know, the hair design? Is it the costume design? Is it the set design, which was so beautiful? Is it all the lush green gardens? Is it the architecture? Is it the way that everything like looks so like it's made of lace? Like, it was just so beautiful. And I had that same thought about it. It's all of it. And when you start taking away elements, it would start to show. And the same is true for photographs. It is not just having a great wardrobe that compliments you and flatters you. It's not just having hair and makeup done, or making sure that your nails are done, or that your hands are moisturized. So often I take shots like this and people are like, oh, I wish I had my nails done, or I wish I cleaned my ring. So it's all of those tiny things. It's not just a beautiful kitchen, it's also having great props. So I wanted to show you a couple photos from Shital's, and you can see how it just comes across how much effort she put into her shoot. She chose this beautiful Airbnb that she rented that had a gorgeous kitchen with lots of light, this cute little wooden ladder back there, that green statement wall, the big gold faucet. She went shopping at the farmer's market to get really beautiful produce. She brought these jars, or these tins of like spices and herbs that she uses. I brought those mesh bags because I think they're so cute. But her shoot is one of my favorite branding sessions because she had all of these elements. She didn't let one go expecting me to pick up where she dropped off. She gave me everything that I needed to create beautiful imagery for her brand. And that's the thing also, a tip that most photographers probably wouldn't admit, but that is when you give us beautiful content to shoot, we are more inspired and we get more excited to photograph what you're giving us. Look at this cute little nook. I mean, any photographer is going to see that and think, oh my gosh, I have to shoot that. If that's not there, those elements, if those elements are there, you're going to notice it in the end and the final product. So I just wanted to kind of go over that and give you that as a tip, that it's not just one thing. It's not just the location. It's not just the lighting. It's not just your wardrobe. It's not just your photographer. It's all of those elements together. So I hope that helps you in styling your own branding session wherever you are. If you are interested in one with me, I would love to talk to you about setting something up. You can always reach out to me via email, or you can go to denisekarras.com/branding. So I will see you for the third one, and let me know if you have any questions. Thank you so much for being here.